What is going on, guys? We are still working on the LS Cayman. Right now we're going to drop the motor down a little bit, put the new FAST LSXR 102 intake manifold on, as well as we are going to start working on the custom muffler that I'm going to be building. You'll see what we're going to be doing. It's a little bit weird, but it should work out. One muffler on each side for each bank of cylinders. Hopefully it's not too loud, but it might be. If it is, we'll figure that out when we get there. First, we got to put the intake manifold on, make sure that we have clearance on all that. And then once I get the extra parts, we're going to make the little elbow coming off. We're going to make a little elbow coming off the intake that sort of bends and puts the throttle body somewhere down in here. And that's just because we can put a throttle body here, but that won't leave us any room to come off the throttle body with a filter. So when we put it over here, then we can use this factory scoop, force feed air to that, and it should all work out pretty nicely. So we're gonna drop the motor down so we can get clearance to get the intake manifold out and then get to that. And here is the stock intake manifold. You can see a little tiny hole. This one is only a 3-bolt. So some trucks, I think, use the 3-bolt, but I'm not sure which drive-by-wire setups use a 3-bolt. We got cathedral port on both of these. I'm going to be transferring the fuel rails from here onto the new one. Same thing with the map sensor. That should just, I think it just clips there. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we got this beauty. You can see 4-bolt. So we're going to use, I think, an LS3 throttle body drive-by-wire that I was just saying. She a big girl. And then hopefully the height's about similar, which I'm not totally sure. This one looks a little bit taller, which is not too good. But yeah, ports look about the same size, surprisingly. A little bit interesting. And yeah, there you go. Yeah, this one's definitely taller. So I'm gonna have to make some clearance. I'm gonna have to make some clearance right there. This big girl. But let's toss her on and see how it fits as is. And then we'll make adjustments if needed. If needed, I say, as if, oh. Okay, well, the other one slid right out like that, and this one does not. So it's gonna be a tight fit. So we are dealing with clearance issues along this. We had clearance issues with before, a little bit right there for the fuel rail before. And then this little bolt mounting tab. So we're probably gonna cut that off, or maybe just cut that little riv nut down. And then we're gonna cut this little bulge off there and hope that we can fit it without having to take too much off of this, this shelf. And the reason for that is because I'm still planning on running the factory engine cover, because that all fits aside from this cut that I had to do. And this cut, I'm either gonna build a little box out of aluminum, because that's what this is made out of, or something out of fiberglass or carbon fiber. And that will fit under here because we can just take out some of this super thick foam, which will be from down there. And hopefully all that'll work, which would be super cool. So that'll look factory-ish. Probably dye this carpet because I don't like the gray. I've been peeling up the gray like paint from a lot of places because it's just coming off. So it looks super bad right now, but whenever I'm done, everything will be black. So that'll look nice. But until then, it looks like a cow. Now, I did manage to make it fit, but at what cost? I had to cut this piece, which is where the upper engine cover is. Then I had to cut this bar, which is some sort of, you know, chassis brace, which I assume is important. But we got an intake manifold in there. And I got one of these flanges. Well, I got both these flanges, so I need some aluminum. I'm probably gonna have to do a pie cut off of here because I don't know if I'll be able to find a radius that tight. Now I need to figure out what I'm doing there because that's a hole. It's a big ass hole in my car. So yeah, but the engine's where it needs to be. The intake manifold's on there. We're doing good. Now over here on the muffler, we got this 2.5 dual inlet. It's just like a straight through kind. Let's see if it'll do anything yet. It's just straight through, does a kind of little X in the middle. So we're gonna cut it in half and run 1/2 on each side. Basically like left bank in, out, right bank in, out, seal it shut, and hope that works. So we're gonna start by cutting it in half. I am covered in fiberglass from the muffler. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no.
Please kill me.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. It's in my nose.
Oh, man. Damn it.
Ooh. So I went ahead and got the sheet metal cutout. I threw a little bead roll just because I didn't want this flat piece to have any sort of like rattle. And then just TIG welded it up. Got both of them done. These will, just try not to drop it on Logan's Miata. But these will basically be like that. And it'll come from the header, boom, in one side, nope, nope, and then out this side from here, and then just curve, boom. Dual center dumps, pretty much like the factory. So it should look pretty cool, and it'll give us a ton of ground clearance for putting a diffuser on or whatever. Hopefully it's not too loud, but we shall see. Now, I've also begun on the wiring. Basically, AEM supplies all of those, 10 of each color, and there's 10 different colors, along with what was already in the their little mini harness setup, which had fuses, some random connectors like this, relay, some other stuff. So basically, I've just been adding wires, started running them to places they go, and then I'll terminate them, use a ton of zip ties, keep everything pretty organized. And then once we make sure the engine runs well, then we can go ahead and wrap everything up, make it look all pretty. Not quite. It's fucking mint. Hell yeah. Oh, she's fucking mint, bud. Now I got it all cleaned up in there. Now our next problem is it doesn't fit. So basically I'm gonna just cut a little notch out right here, make it fit. Cause yeah, it's tight. Tight fit. Now the only thing I need to do is add a little bit more of an angle just to get the throttle body. I just need to get the throttle body sitting about like that. Something like that. So I'm just gonna do probably one pie cut right there, see where that gets me, and then maybe do another one if I have to. I need about a 15-degree angle or something, so I think just one should do it. Let's cut it and get some welding going. All right, so this is how I did the welding for this guy and this guy. This is my usual little whatever, can't think of the name for it right now, but basically just to my heat sink, there you go. 1/2-inch aluminum, basically draws heat out of the weld. Right now it's really hot over here, which is good. Got this one welded up. Now I need to pull it off, and I need a weld on the inside, which unfortunately I can't use a heat sink for. But I just bolted it in like that, then just pull these bolts out, and then I can weld the inside like I did over here, and grind it down, same thing. So actually I just realized it's probably not a good idea to weld the inside of this one because I need to use the O-ring. So I'm just gonna clean up a couple little spots where I got little hot. All those, just gonna clean those up, and then this will be done. So then I can mock up install it, and we can move on. Now I got the intake tube installed. I got the throttle body on there as well, and you can see how tight of a fit everything is. The throttle body does come somewhat close to the header right here, but it'll have plenty of clearance getting around there. And then up over here is where I'll have the air filter, because let's see, this hole right here connects to that guy. And then on this side, so this intake right here is, it's way down there, but there's a fan on this side, and that connects, or that's just for like cooling the engine bay. So that one will stay there, and then that one will be air intake. So I think it'd be pretty sweet. That's all done. I still need to make a little bit more clearance here. It's really tight, and engine movement, that'll push it into it. I should probably calculate the volume of this because it's quite a lot. It's 4-inch tube. Then we got maybe 5 inches here. Then we got a whole 90-degree bend there. It's probably well over a liter, which adds significant volume to the plenum of the intake manifold. It will change the way it runs. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but it's definitely going to be a thing. Got wiring down here somewhere. Nope, not that one. But got the wiring already done for the throttle, so that's good. But I still need to make it go from the ECU to the chassis, connect to the factory Porsche pedal. Vroom, vroom. But that is all for this video. In the next video, I'm going to be working on mounting the alternator and building the exhaust and who knows what else. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.